Yeah. Oh, I like that one. Hello! I am so glad to see you. I wanted a brief commercial announcement. I have a devotional out. It's available via Amazon. Because Grace, a Lenten devotional. It is not a children's sermon, but I'm very proud of this work, and it's available for Kindle and paperback. You can get it from me or Amazon. I'll leave a link in the blog and also in the YouTube description. So that, yeah, it's for Lent. Coming up in March, so hopefully it's useful for you. There you are. I'm so glad you're here. It's the third Sunday after the Epiphany, or in Epiphany, or after. Anyway, it's the third Sunday, and I am glad that you are here. We're looking at all of the texts. Yeah, we're looking at all of the texts, and each one has a fascinating way that you could actually take it and go on a springboard on it. But what caught me this time, looking through the text, is how they're linked. And they're linked by Scripture. They're linked by the Word. They're linked by the writings about and because and through God. They are linked together by stories about God being active through the written word and through the living word. And so it got me thinking about how our Bible is, as the ELCA had that, program's the wrong word, but they calling the Bible our book of faith. This is the book of faith. It was an initiative, the Book of Faith initiative, and whatever that means. But still, I like that. This book of faith, and it talks about people that are broken, are stumbling, are in need, and that God uses them not only still, but because and in spite of. It's that great Lutheran thing. We are fully redeemed, and yet we are fully in need of redemption. We are people of God, and that story that we read about this book of faith connecting all of us. And as we read this and we see God active throughout history and God active in and through us. So what I like about this is that there's different characters in Scripture, and they're linked together. And so some of the springboards I was thinking is like springboard of a favorite TV show you have. You could pull, if you have Marvel characters, you could talk about how, because the Marvel universe is amazing about how all these characters are connected together one way or another. And then when they introduce a new character, and just bringing up with the kids, let's talk about the Marvel universe. It's like, whoa, and all of these things that are connected together. My Little Pony, all of the different characters that are linked and pieced together. Ways that when we tell the story, there are different characters making up the full story. And I think the springboard or the take-home is that this book that we have that we call the Bible, this book of faith, we think about it as separate and individual things. We think about the book of Genesis, so we think about the book of Revelation, we think about the Gospels, and they're different genres. And now, a lot of this, it won't be in the children's sermon, but this idea that we are all connected and part of the same story. The same author, God, is rolling out creation, and we get to be a part of that. So I'm going to lean over here and grab this box. I have this box over on my desk, and it's from the Dollar Tree. I've had this for a while, so I don't know if they'll have these, but it's a similar, they call these make-it blocks. I like how, it's like, we can't call them Legos, so we're going to call them make-it blocks. So, but different characters, and even, using the godly play question, which I've been using for the last couple of Sundays, I wonder how God could use these five. I wonder. Well, I don't have the names of these 5. Let's name them and see who they might be. Yeah. They all have very ripped abs, so we know that. Anyway, I don't know. They do. See that? But they're drawn on. Yeah, that's a good idea. We should. Anyway. You get the point. The springboard, God working through all of us and the stories into how we are connected. And that book of faith shows us, in the scripture lessons, shows us different ways that we are connected by the written word. And ultimately, then you and I and people of the promise, the empty tomb, and the cross, we're connected by the living word, Jesus Christ. So that's the springboard. I hope that can be useful for you. Thank you so much for stopping by. And I'm going to get back to reading. Oh. Okay, that's just silly. All right. Thank you. We'll see you next week. Peace.